Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 3. We are learning unit 14 and its title is Helping at Home. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation and worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, follow it as it is or modify it for your convenience. I am going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear students, today under the title of grammar, we are going to learn about present continuous tense. Before this, I have taught you simple present tense, simple past tense. I hope you remember these tenses, and if not, you may watch these video lectures again, make a connection, and we are going to learn further and yes, one thing more, beta, recently in your unit 13, I have taught you about present participle, remember? So all these concepts are going to help us to learn our today's SLOs, which are to identify and use the structure of present continuous tense for describing action taking place. Describing action taking place at the time of speaking. So this SLO itself is telling us the definition of present continuous tense. So let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Quran Surah Al-Anfal verse 17, indeed Allah is hearing and knowing. Allah is hearing and knowing means, beta, look at this. This verse is telling us qualities of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah hears everything, whatever we say, even we whisper, Allah hears that. And whatever we think, whatever is in our heart, in our brain, Allah knows that. So beta, these are the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is telling us this is continuous. All the time Allah is listening, Allah is hearing, and Allah knows everything. So beta, whatever we say, we should be careful because Allah is hearing. Now my dear children, you see this ing, remember I told you something about it. How do we use it? What is present participle? Do you remember? So answer me these questions. What is a verb? And when do we use simple present tense? Pause the video, answer these questions and then come back. Yes, my dear students, I know now you know it very well. What is a verb? Verb is an action word. It refers to time, present, past or future. Remember, we have this. It is not the action word. It also tells the time of the action. Either it's present or past or future, right? Okay. So how do we make a sentence? We use a subject, verb and object. So in sentences, usually this is the sentence structure. There are different sentence structures, so we will just talk about this sentence structure. Subject is one who is doing the verb is action, and object the one who receives the verb. Remember this? Okay. I eat an apple. Now my dear children, I is subject and eat is verb and apple is object. Remember this, we have analyzed this sentence before that. Now look at this verb. This is base form of verb, and in which tense we use it? In simple present. For what? For a habitual action, or for a universal truth, or for a timeless action. So whenever there is a universal truth or a habitual action or a timeless action, we use base form verb. Remember? Okay. And I help others. This is my habit. So which tense it is? It is simple present tense. And if I just do this, what? I have added ed to this verb. Which form is this? Yes, it's a simple past form of the verb, which is telling that this action has been completed. And which tense it is? It's simple past tense. Good, you remember this. So this is how simple present and simple past we have discussed in detail. In simple present tense we use base form of verb, and in simple past we use past form of verb, and usually for regular verbs we add ed for the past form, right? Remember these rules. Okay, so let's learn further. Here it is, this base form of verb and simple past. Okay, the third thing I was telling you about present participle. How do we get it? We take the base form of verb and we add ing. It becomes present participle. Now we know we use base form simple for simple present tense. We use past form for simple past tense. Where do we use simple? This present participle, where do we use it? We use present participle form of verb for an action which is in progress, which has not yet completed, right? And how do we find it? I am relaxing. It means I'm still relaxing, I'm not done yet. Okay, there are two things. One is present participle and B form is RM is used with it. Okay, and what does it tell us? We use, now one thing more, we use helping verb of B form, that is, am and are, and we use present participle means ing form of verb, and we use this tense for an action. Look at this boy. What is he doing? What is he doing? He is eating an apple. And amazingly, you keep on looking, his eating apple is not finished. Okay. So for an action which is in progress, which is continuous when we are talking. When we are talking and something is going on, we use present continuous tense, and for present continuous tense we use present participle form of verb with is, am, are according to subject, right? So how do we select which helping verb we are going to use? Here we go. We use is, am and are. For example, speak is your base verb. So how you'll use this in present continuous tense? The first of all, we'll convert it into participle, because we are talking about present continuous, and for that we need present participle. And how do we get it? By adding ing. Okay, so speak becomes speaking for present continuous tense, right? Now your subject is I. So which helping verb goes with I? Yes, you know it. I am. So how I will use now, joining all three column, how we'll make a sentence? I am speaking. I am speaking. At present I am speaking. That's why I'm writing I am speaking, because this action is taking place when we are talking. Okay, I am speaking. Now the next subject is we are speaking. So when it becomes plural, we use plural form. You are speaking, he is speaking, she is speaking, it is speaking, it is my pet cat and it is speaking. Okay, and they are speaking. This is how beta we take subject and a helping verb and present participle. This is the sentence structure for present continuous tense. Are you clear with it? It's simple. Okay, so let's practice it through an activity. What the activity is, your teacher will divide class in pairs. One student will show doing something and the other will speak about it by using present continuous tense. Now teacher will reverse the role to repeat the practice. And teacher, what I suggest for this practice, make a different type of action, because don't make it simple like eating, sleeping. Make different type of action words, because through this activity we can give a vast vocabulary for verbs to students in a fun way. Okay, so what we can do, look at these. For example, there is a pair of children, pair of students, and what they are doing. One is what he is doing, the other will have to tell he is spinning around, he is spinning. So present continuous tense to tell what he is doing. And look at him, what he is doing, he is waving his hand. So let children do whatever they want, and the other will use appropriate verb. In this way they will be discussing about many verbs, and their interest will remain there in this activity. Okay, so pause the video, enjoy the activity, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. I hope you have used fancy verbs. Okay, good. Now it's time to practice it from your book. All of you, do this question number 5. What you are supposed to do, fill in the blanks using present continuous form of verb. And you know, how do we get it? By using present participle. Okay, so pause the video, complete this question in your book, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. It's time for your homework. You will observe your family members at home at 7 p.m. Okay, so at 7 p.m. you are going to take a round at your home, and you will write few sentences about what they are doing using present continuous tense. So you will find Mama is cooking in the kitchen, Baba is working on the computer, grandfather is reading newspaper, grandmother is reciting Quran, my elder brother is working on his project. So whatever they are doing, you have to mention it by using present continuous tense, and bring this homework by tomorrow. Here is a worksheet, my dear fellow teachers. This worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly provide a printed worksheet to students for practice. So my dear children, what we have learned today, we learned to identify and use the structure of present continuous tense for describing action taking place at the time of speaking. Are we done with it? Yes. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning, keep practicing, take very good care of yourself. Thank you, and Allah Hafiz.